Are you wondering about the pulling power of the new Rapido 44-tonner HO scale engines? I know I am. And so we've been playing with them here at the Burlington Northern. This particular GE 44-tonner that you see is a Sacramento Northern, brought over here by Scott Wiesemann, who, as you may know, is a regular operator here, and wait for it, bang! Often switches interbay and other places. So we decided to try pulling an entire train with this 44-tonner, knowing perfectly well that it wouldn't work. For the rest of this video, I'm not sure we'll fully answer the question, but we'll at least experiment. Now there you have been pulling the slack out of a 20-car train, and clearly that switcher cannot pull that many cars.
Well, you got the slack out. That's it.
And you wouldn't expect it to, but we thought we'd do that just for fun.
We have about 25 cars there.
So then later we said, all right, how about 10 cars or something? So we uncoupled and pulled this shorter, although quite long, cut of cars towards a slight grade which leads up to the tunnel through downtown Seattle. This layout, as you probably know, is a model of the Seattle region on the Burlington Northern in 1973. And you see the auto export facility there on the left.
We'll see if we can get up the hill over here.
So now we're pulling up through downtown Seattle, and you should be blowing for grade crossings, but never mind. At least we're playing with the 44-tonner today. He's got a full speed on it to try to get over the grade. But it doesn't look like he can make it. Well, maybe. No, see, he's full power there.
Wide open throttle.
You can't pull that over the slight grade. I think it's, I don't know.
And there we go. Not quite enough juice for that little grade. Nope.
1 or 2%. It's not a very long grade, but clearly that's too many cars for such a little engine to pull. Up a hill. Obviously, you could do flat switching with this many cars. So that's pretty good. That indicates you could use this engine for a small yard. But obviously you wouldn't put it on a mainline train, but we knew that. Those first two boxcars are the new Brainerd cars that were recently released. For some reason, we forgot to turn the lights on for the lower deck, which is why you're not hearing the crossing bells. Sorry about that. Here, this is a very nice little engine. The engine comes with a ESU decoder, but it's very easy to swap out the 18-pin tsunami decoder, so we're starting to experiment with that, and we'll do another video in the future once we have more information. Now, of course, bringing the cars back gives us an opportunity for a bang, and you know how much we like that. Wait for it. Bang! Very nice. Well, that was that part of the experiment. And you can see he's perfectly capable of pulling that many cars in a flat yard. So for our next experiment, we went over to Delta Yard and tried pulling some cars there. Giving us another bang. Get ready. Bang! Very nice. You can hear that horn sound, it's a little low. The sound is okay, but we found when we put the tsunami unit in, it sounded way better. The prototype locomotive had 2 diesel engines, one on each side of the cab, and it's pretty cool to hear the startup. On the tsunami, each one starts separately. It's a very cool sound. I don't know why Rapido doesn't use tsunami decoders in their engines, but that's for them to tell us. This is another decent cut. You can see there's loaded gravel in there, making those hoppers a little heavier than they would be. And of course these wood logs. So it's a decent load. And there isn't much of a grade in this Y that this switcher is moving into right now. But he's not stopping because he can't pull. He's stopping because we're doing switching in the yard, and on the other end of this train he was changing a switch. And then he got going the wrong direction to go back into the yard. It's easy sometimes to forget when you're running a throttle whether you change the direction or not when you're doing flat switching. Going a little fast for yard switching, but it's fine. The point is, this switcher is a lot of fun. It's able to pull a decent number of cars. And we didn't do a scientific experiment here to figure out exactly how many cars up exactly what grade, but you can see it's a very handy little unit, and we're enjoying it. I'll have more of these to show in the future, but for now, this is Burr Stewart wishing you much fun with trains.